Alright, what's up, Church fam? I am back, and with Wuthering Waves this time. So, just for a little context, I've been playing since day zero, and I've been watching this game since maybe March of 2023 when it was, was teased. And I have actually, really fell in love with the game. You know me, I'm not so much of a open world RPG, PvE kind of player. I'm more of a turn-based, PvP, RTA, competitive kind of player, right? And to my surprise, this game actually, caught my attention, and I'm enjoying it a lot. So basically, I'm planning to, start to create more competitive content about it, like, completing holograms, all the more challenging stuff, right? Health adversity, and future content that's going to be, relatively difficult. And that is the kind of challenge that I like. And this game offers it, and the combat is just beautiful. Okay, so as you can see, right, I'm about to do, what I like to call a pre 1.1, account review, just to document what I've done so far over the past month and to see what, 1.2 would bring to my account and the progression it would come with, right? So as you can see, I'm standing right outside the Tower of Adversity, and that's because I have just cleared, 30 out of 30, and I've done it before, right? Before the refresh of, Tower of Adversity. I'll put up some pictures later on, up here, right here, and you can see that I've done it before and I've done it again, right? So let's go in there real quick just to, show you what I've done, right? We go in. Second load. Alright, you can see that I have, again, 12 days. It just got reset in like, 2 days ago, and I've already cleared it, right? And I decided to clear it first before I started to make this entire account showcase, just to show you that what my account can do. So, as you can see, the left side, right, is the Electro bonus one, which used to be Arrow. So you can tell that this is the most recent one that I'm not, bullshitting. You can see the teams that I use here. And what I want you to do is I want you to pay attention to what teams I use. Because as I were to go, when I go and show you my units, you're going to see that I only have, about maybe 3 really built units and a few builds, right? And some not even built at all, but I still use them here, right? So that's the left side. You can see the right side here as well. This is what I use, right? Spectral damage in preparation for Jinsei to come. And this is what I use, right? And for the middle, this is what I use, right? The difference here is that the middle is now Thundering Mephis and not the monkey as the first boss. And the monkey is now on the second stage of the Hazard Zone Middle Tower, right? So, as you can see, I have cleared it, right? I've already collected everything. And so, that is what I wanted to show you. But you know what? Let's get back to basics first, alright? So, as you can see, I'm Union level 52. I just hit Union level 50 3 days ago, I think. So I'm not that far off from, the best of the best players, or, the raw, sweaty exploration type of person. And this is mainly largely contributed because, as you can see, I am not so much of a map exploration kind of guy. Like I said, I'm not so much of a, open world player, so I don't really do exploration stuff. I do it just so I can, farm my echoes. So if I come across, some title heritages that I need to clear, some puzzles, I'll do that, right? But I'm not going to go out of my way to find every Saunders casket that I need, unless, it benefits me, like getting Rover's, second resonance chain. That's something I would do. But you can see, like, the Desert Rock Highlands, I've hardly explored that. Like, Northall Barriers is 79%, right? Gorgeous Spirit is 96. This is probably like almost cleared. Highest, exploration level. Central Plain 60, Jinzo 72, Tiger Moors 52, right? Everything else is like within the 70, 60, 50 range, right? I don't really do that. So just wanted to get that out of the way, right? And to show you something else, right? Something that I don't do as well. Let's go back here. Let's go to Jinzo. Right, let me just show you something real quick, right? Because I think a lot of players are going to say that, oh, you use a lot of, food buffs, right? Clear stuff. So let me just show you something real quick. Okay. Here, this. Okay, so you can see, I don't cook at all. Nothing's unlocked, right? Nothing is unlocked, right? My chef level is abysmal. I haven't finished level 1 yet, right? So you can see that I really don't care for food, okay? Because to me, I think that if you need to use food buff to clear content, you just need to farm harder, right? And that's what I do. I farm harder and then attempt the content again and able to do it. So I just wanted to get that out of the way, right? So that out of the way, I think it's time to units, I guess, right? Just so I have a, recorded footage of my units, right? So let's start with GN first, okay? And to preface, I do spend money in the game, right? I do intend to get, S6 on all the limited units except the, standard banner, right? Because that will come eventually if I miss the 50-50, so why not just, wait there, right? At least I don't feel so bad if I miss the 50-50, if you know what I mean, right? And that's only for the units. I'm not doing it for the weapons. Weapons can stay R1. If I get more than one, then, cool. But here's my GN, right? As you can see, this is no food buffs, right? This is all raw stats from me, yeah? Right, the weapon is also level 80. This is one of my 2 level 80, fully level 80 unit. So level 80 weapon, level 80. And I did get lucky here and got, 2 swords. But I was traveling and I wasn't really thinking. And I accidentally, fed this one in. So now I only have 1 Burden Summit instead of 2. Would have been better if I had 2 so that I have, more broad blades to, give other units in the future, right? For other broad blade users per se. Yeah. So you can see this is my echoes, right? I'm obviously using the wind set here, right? And it's nothing fancy, right? I go crit rate, attack, arrow damage, and I like to do this combo because to me, right, this makes more sense because, I mean, really speaking, you're only losing a very little, it's almost minuscule, right? The damage percentage loss between double element or attack element for 3 cost and the, the effort you have to go to get, perfect double element is really rough, right? Eventually I will get it and then I can swap over, and what happens is this can be brought over to the following unit, right? So I now can clear the new unit with element attack, right? And then I have a placeholder until I find a better arrow piece, and then this piece can just, keep jumping towards units and other units, and I'll always have something built, right? And that's the idea behind it, right? So far, I haven't been lucky getting any arrow sets, so far these are the only 2 I have. Right, of course, Texas. Nothing crazy, yeah? Nothing crazy. But, 1 cost and 4 cost you can farm almost infinitely, right? There's so many drops at the 1 cost, right? 3 cost is where, it's the bottleneck most of the time. That, shell credits, and of course your tuners, right? Those are your biggest bottlenecks. So, of course, I've unlocked everything, right? I've still left this at 6. So I'm saving the resources for Jinsei, right? Especially these 2. She uses the same off. And then this is going to be the Jewel drop, basically, right? So this is I'm saving for Calcharo so that I can get his stuff as well. And of course his, S6, like I said, right? Yinlin is my second best built unit, right? So this is what I'm rocking. Her 85% crit is all you need because when you use her skill 1 once, you get 15% crit, so that's already 100%. You don't need more than that, right? So this is a bit of min-maxing from my end, right? Of course, I have the Street Master rank 1 for 80, and this is my second level 80 unit. I'm planning to do more, but right now I'm, really short on shell credits. And even I feel it, right? And so I can expect all of you to feel it as well. These are the echoes I'm using, right? Of course, I'm using the Electro set because I like my Yinlin to do damage, right? I don't really just play her as a support DPS with it. I think Electro is better on her anyway, right? So, of course, Forte is all unlocked, right? She's S6. I mean, she's waifu. Why not, right? And then, of course, we have Verena. Now, this is where things get a little bit interesting, right? You can see my Verena is not built except for, energy regen, right? also holding variation, right, which is probably her best in slot because the NG region is really important on her. Right, you can see she's not built except for having these two bumped up a little bit so I can get the energy region, but nothing crazy, right? I did get this to plus 20 when I thought I had a lot of resources, and it's a mistake, obviously. But yeah, so you see, nothing's really worked on. All I really have is her forte, her passives, right? And these were just thrown in there when I just first started the game and had Arena, and I just started throwing stuff in, and then I didn't know better. So that's all I really have on her, right? And I got really lucky with Arena when I first started the game. That's why I kept this account instead of re-rolling more. Because when I went for the Arena selector, I got 2 of her. So I instantly went to R1, and then I got 2 more from the standard banner pulls that I was doing just for fun, right? So it's kind of lucky there. But as you can see, right, she's not built. She's literally just there. Does the skills, get the bell on, press her ultimate, get the fuck out. That's it, right? Same thing with Kalcharo, right? Kalcharo is my semi-built unit. I'm not happy with the stats at all, right? You can see that my crit rate and my crit damage is extremely low, and I'm not happy with this. Ideally, I want this to be about 250, right? And this is about maybe 65 to 70%, because getting crit rate on a hero without a crit rate weapon is absolutely difficult, right? It even got me considering using Jinxi's weapon that's coming soon, but that's just a stats thing at that point, right? I don't know, maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't, right? And you can see I don't have the materials to get him to go 80 yet, right? Because I'm not farming this. I'm using a lot of my resources on the cord cleansing at the moment, plus farming for shell credits as well, because I need that, a lot of it, heaps of it actually, right? Weapons, I have the Lustrous Razor, which you get at UL 45 from the selector box anyway, so I went with this so that my Kalcharo has a weapon. Of course, I'm using the Thunder set on him, right? There's still so much work I need to do, really, right? You see, I do a crit rate, crit damage, and regen, but I roll HP and defense, right? This is like the curse Google, because once you see this, you just full send it, and then you just get zero. It just feels bad, right? You can see, like, garbage, right? This is garbage, essentially, right? Usable for future placeholders, but at the moment you can see nothing really good here at all, except for the attack, energy regen and crit rate. Even this, right? Maybe someone else can use it. For now, it's still a placeholder, so I'm still working on it a lot actually. That's mainly my main run, is to farm this chicken. I need to find this fucking bird, right? That give me electro and proper sense. If not, I'm just gonna feed this straight away, Everyone would do that. But that's my Kalcharo. Of course, he needs a lot more work. And then his forte, I said these two lock, obviously, right? And I got, unlucky on the GN banner twice. So I got 2 of his, resonance chains from him. But, I didn't know how to feel at the time, because I wanted Kalcharo's, resonance chain, but I also wanted GN's resonance chain. So, do what you're gonna do, I guess. And Encore is probably my next build unit, although I'm still not happy with the crit rate and the attack. It can definitely be better. I pulled a second String Master for her when I was building her, because the crit rate is just so important on her, right? That's mainly why I need it. And you also do a lot of quick swap teams, so this probably helps as well, right? So this is what I'm using on her, right? Of course, right? This is missing crit rate. I could get more crit rate here. This could be about 70-something% here, right? But overall, I think that my fusion set is probably one of my better ones per se, right? Of course, this needs to change actually, right? My one course is pretty much decent, right? This is pretty damn good in my opinion, right? So yeah, Encore is also my other one that I use a lot, because I play quick swap quite a lot, and I like to do a lot of solo duo teams, right? this are not unlocked yet, because you know what, 100k just to get unlocked this is really expensive, right? It's really expensive, and I also am saving my weekly calamity challenge for Jue, so can't really get this yet from Scar. And you can see I don't have any resonance on her. Yeah. So Rover, everyone knows that, you know, this is free, so I don't have to talk about this, right? That's mostly what I do my exploration for, so that I can get the necessary stuff to, you know, build my units, but nothing more than that, really, right? I won't go out of my way to explore, if that makes sense. But you can see, hardly built, usable stats, right? Very usable, but it's still not the best. Weapon is the Emerald of Genesis. I did pull for this one because I wanted at least one sword. And of course the Havoc set, and you can see this pieces are not good, right? They're not even fucking plus 25 because I don't see the need to get it to plus 25 because it's so bad. What is this? Right? Not good. But usable nonetheless, right? You can see I used her to clear Tower Adversity. But this is where it gets, you know, interesting, right? You see the same thing, right? I'm pretty consistent when I play myself. When I build something, I'm pretty consistent. But this is where things get interesting, right? You notice that I used Tianxin in my Tower Adversity run. What she's rocking? Nothing. Right? Obviously, I'm using this so that I can abuse generation thing set. But you can see, right? Nothing. Right? Just literally just there to put the bell, group the mobs, and that's it. That's her job, right? Okay, nothing's really been worked on here, right? And I don't have any residence. She is literally just there to do one thing and never to be touched again unless I need the bell, right? Same thing goes to Tefi, same thing, right? Not built, just put some energy regen on him, right? So that I can just hit the ult, hit the echo skill, swap them out, get my outro intro, right? Condenser is probably the most important thing on him that I have right now, which is I was lucky on that front. You can see he's just holding, he's again holding, you know, the Moonlit set, right? Nothing is built. Nothing is built, right? So, see, nothing is been worked on, right? I probably should get these two done for him at least, right? Because all of this just really improves the stage by a little bit. But at that point, I already would have built him, right? So at this current stage, I don't really need this yet. Okay. And of course, since I, you know, actually do spend money on the game, I'm gonna have most of my, you know, 4 stars at, you know, S6, right? You can see that's mainly it, right? Anqin, not built, right? Pauchi, not built. Yang Yang that you saw me use earlier in Tower of Adversity, also not built, not even echoed, because her job is literally press her ult and that's it. She's never gonna see the light of day again, right? Of course, eventually this is gonna get, you know, S6 because Jinxi's banner is gonna have Yang Yang in it. But yeah, I don't have the resources to do every single unit, although it is the plan to have every single unit built, ready to go. But currently they need to, you know, improve the echo cost, the leveling up the echoes, the leveling and everything, because shell credits is such a bottleneck. Fanhua also not used, even though I really want to use her, but she's really good, right? Nothing on her, right? I do have some echoes I've put on her, but it's nothing is, you know, upgraded at all, right? I just don't have the resources enough to get this, right? Of course, Fanhua is only S3, nothing on the Vortex circuit, right? Baizi, you saw me use Baizi, same thing. Level 40, not built, not even echoed, right? All I use is just, you know, just get the extra heal, or, you know, just to swap out as a, you know, a dummy, so that I can sacrifice it in case I'm in a pinch. I never needed it, right? I'm not that shit. It's like an insurance. That makes sense, right? Again, nothing's been worked on her, right? It gets worse, right, as it goes down, right? Yeah, not built. Bingyang, not built. Yuanwu, not built. Alto, not built. right? And so you can see that I really focus on my DPS, because your DPS is what's going to carry you throughout the game. It's like, I don't see a reason for me to build a sub DPS. I'd rather just bring 2 DPS and a utility. That makes sense. That's how, and that has been my philosophy playing this game. That's how I've been able to clear stuff, right? So that's mainly what I use for Tower Adversity, right? And besides doing all my dailies, then doing my echo runs throughout the farm, right? For a certain echo set, I'll usually do a route. Once I've done all of that, I just camp in hologram. That's all I do. I literally just camp in hologram, right? As you can see, right? I've cleared everything, 6-6, right? And we haven't gone so far as to, solo them as well. I've soloed every single one of them. I can actually solo every single one of them. And I even have videos that I'm going to be releasing shortly on how I've done it. And we can probably just do analysis on how the hologram bosses move, because they definitely move differently from Tower Adversity. Like, trust me, if you can do this solo, or if you can do this very well and efficiently without cheating, of course you don't do food buffs, you don't do team buffs, or you don't do the Rexford trip, you just get all your Forte circuit ready, your concerto ready, your ult ready, and then you go into the fight. You just go in raw, which is what I do, and you'll see in the videos that I'll upload later on. Tower Adversity is a cakewalk, dude. I'm not even kidding you, right? The monkey does not even do half the things he does in the holograms, right? Tempest Mephis or Thundering Mephis does not do. You can't compare Tempest and Thundering, because Thundering, it just feels so much inferior and weaker in the Tower Adversity. This is so much I can tell you. And even most importantly, the Morning Ikes, right? Morning Ikes is so easy compared to the hologram, right? So if you get good at the hologram, you go Tower Adversity is easy. That's what I'm trying to say here, right? So I'll probably do an analysis and stuff like that. So eventually you guys can also do it, because there are certain things that you have to take a look and you have to, be aware of so that you are ready, right? The most important thing about playing a hologram is you have to stay calm, right? You don't want to panic, you don't want to freak out. So you do that, that's how the bosses get you, right? And you can definitely trust me on that, because I've spent about 210 hours maybe on just Tempest Mephis alone solo, right? And the reason I'm only soloing them with Tian, Yinlin, Encore is because that's my really well-built units, right? And I don't have anything else. Obviously, when I get more, I'm going to use all of them to just solo the bosses, because each one of them are very intricate moves. For example, Tian's first attack is a horizontal hitbox, so your parrying needs to be pretty crucial, right? You need to time it really well, or you need to use his second attack from his second swing, so it's horizontal swing and then a swipe down. That swipe down is a pretty large hitbox that you need to pay attention of, right? Also his skill, right? It's a straight arrow, right? Anything, if you go to the side, if you miss angle a little bit, you get hit by the boss, you die, right? So it's a lot more challenging. So GN is not as easy as you think, especially until you ult. And even then, you still have to pay attention to what the boss does, because if he does something that you can't parry and you don't dodge because you're just unga bunga just swinging your lance, you're gonna die, right? So that's the only reason I'm using these. Eventually I'll do more and I'll probably post them up, but this is where I sit the most, right? But besides that, there's nothing really much to say, right? I've cleared everything except the Ascended Aces. I haven't done these. I probably should get this all done since I've nothing better to do, and this is ending in 16 hours, right? Every resource is important. You should do it, right? Depths of Illusion is probably the best place to farm out everything. Make sure you clear out the shop. That's the most important thing, right? This is pretty easy to do, right? I don't need to collect this anymore because I've done all of this. The story. Alloy Smelt is also somewhere where you can really practice your intro outro, right? It's not that hard to get all the points, right? As long as you just follow what the certain stage is asking you to do. This is pretty easy. This is probably by far one of the best events, right? Because now it makes clearing Tacit feels a lot more worthwhile. Although I do wish that they made the drop chance 4 out of 4, right? Because if you really think about it, if you have a full wave plate stored up, right? So you have 240 wave plates. 4 runs is literally 240 wave plays because it's 60 wave plays each. So I don't know. I think putting this to 4 would probably be better because when this comes out, I don't think you want to be farming anything else except the double drop because it's so valuable, right? But besides that, I think that's it. I don't have to ramble on so much about my account. I just wanted to, document what I have, go through my thought process on how, I build my units, and you know what? That's about it. Besides that, if you would want to see more analysis, more competitive stuff, more sweaty content, right? Definitely leave a subscribe. Definitely like the video because I'm gonna be doing a lot of that, and that is my goal. Doing this entire segment of Wuthering Waves because I don't have a lot of time because I'm always hustling. Right? Gotta make that dough if you want to spend. So I always say that. But anyway, that's enough me rambling. Liked it? Like, subscribe as per usual, and guess what? See you in the next video very shortly.